Okay, so I'm headed to go get my car, the GX470, and even though the name suggests that it's more vehicle than the GX460, the GX460 is actually a new, more improved variant of the 470. Both have the V8 engine and the same similar structure, but there's a lot of difference. So let's talk about the styling. Personally, I prefer the GX470. I think, you know, when I was coming up, it was the vehicle to have, and at the time it was, you know, normal for automakers to use body cladding to enhance the car, and it actually meant the car was more valuable than others. The GX460 is the evolution of that same shape and design without the body cladding, and probably is a more pure execution, but it just doesn't look well to me. I'm not a fan of the grille. It's not the best from the side, and I'm not feeling the wheels. Something about the GX470 just does it for me. You know, far as even with the interior, you know, given the time period, the interior of the GX470 was top notch, man. It's great. The fit and finish was wonderful, and everything functioned. With the GX460, it continues to up the ante when it comes down to refinement and execution, and a little less analog, but I will have to give the GX460 the edge there, because not only does it have the same feel in accessibility and ergonomics, but it also improves on the delivery and the interface. It is, you know, beautifully integrated the digital with the analog, and it doesn't make you feel like you're talking to a computer. It actually still feels like a truck. And that goes with the ride quality also. The ride quality on the GX460, of course, is better. It's smoother, it's quieter. And of course, my vehicle is a lot older, so I do not know what my vehicle feels like brand new. And also, you have to think about the competition at the time. Did that vehicle compete as well with the competition at the time? I will say, back then, when the GX460 came out, it had to been a luxury marvel, because it's just amazing. Like I said, with the drivetrain, I have to commend Lexus with the GX460 to continue to use the V8, but other variants are going with turbochargers and superchargers. To me, the GX460 is just a pure version of the GX470, distilled down to the pieces that are necessary to make this thing even more beautiful and luxurious. Driving this vehicle over the last day or two has been wonderful. I'm going to miss the cool seats. I'm going to miss the HVAC system. I'm going to miss the drive quality. What I'm not going to miss, though, is the horrible nav system, which I don't even use in the GX470. The nav is like garbage, and they have to do better. From what I understand, there are some that have Apple CarPlay, and hopefully so. I think that's really the only thing that this is lacking. The stereo system is top quality. Kind of reminds me of the AMG GT that I had, where the quality is so good that the music permeates your thoughts. So just putting on music is very distracting, because the music is just that clear, just that good. It is everywhere. It's like in your nostrils and in your mouth. I think it's a beautiful thing. I haven't used the full tank because I haven't gone around much, but I think the fuel economy, from what I read, is pretty much the same. Like I said, this car transports you in a more luxurious, smoother, quieter fashion than the GX460, but at a premium. You know, you got to think, if you're going to buy a newer one of these, it's going to be $50,000 to $60,000. Still not a bad price, in my opinion, given what's out there. I think if I was going to buy a new one, this would be one I would heavily consider. But I don't really feel like you're losing anything with the older one. You know, you got to ask yourself a question. Do you need a GX460? Something that is newer, with a great sound system, that is smooth as butter, luxury abound, cooled seats? No, you don't need all of that. No, you don't need to spend $50,000 for something with a bad navigation system. But do you want it? Yes, off on this plush luxury carpet ride wherever you want to go. And you're not thinking about miles per gallon. You're thinking about smiles, luxury smiles per gallon. Anyways, that's all I have. I'll give you an update on the GX 470 when I get it. And like I said, I just love my car, man. I got the airbags done in the back. She does feel like she's a little tilted. I got the transmission flush. I got the differentials fluid changed. Got a new alternator. And of course she's running flawlessly. Of course I got some other things to get done. Some suspension stuff that's worn out over time. But I'm liking it and I'm loving it. Let me see if it's doing this thing that it was doing before. Oh, it fixed it. Holy smokes. And I knew it would fix it. So generally when I would slam on brakes, all right, and then trying to hit the gas, the transmission would hit hard. That was $200. That was worth every penny. I'm gonna go over that later. Today, I'm going to talk to you about, the differences between the GX 460 and the 470. And let me tell you, personally, I think the 470 is actually 470, meaning that it's more. I think it's more for the money, tremendously more for the money. The car that I test drove and was driving while I was working on my vehicle had 12,000 miles. It was dang near new, nice, had all the new stuff, and they wanted over $50,000 for it, which, to me, compared to some of the stuff that is out there, it is worth every penny. Worth every penny. This car has 144,000 miles. It has pretty much the same engine and transmission, right? It just has a little more mileage on it. I'm pretty sure it's tuned a little differently. And also, my car has a little more bounce and roll in the corners, but I'm going to take that out with it needs ball joints and some other suspension pieces that I didn't get done because that would have set my payment up or my bill a lot more than I was comfortable with paying. Okay, so out of both of those cars, do you need to get a brand new GX 460? No, you don't really need to get a GX 460. A GX 470 would do for most people. Get the newer one because you have the money to do so, and you have the need to have a more reliable luxury SUV that you're going to use a lot. All right, get the older one because you just want SUV every now and again to tow something, or it's not your main driver. You're going to use it to take the family out or take it out on an adventure every now and again. You're going to get the same miles per gallon that you would get if you paid 4 times as much. Like I said, I have about 4 or 5 vehicles waiting on my 5th vehicle, so I don't need a full-time SUV, even though I'm going to use this a lot more in Colorado because of the weather. It's the reason why I bought it. I am glad I did. So let me know what you think.